What's good? What's good? It's Gangsta Ill Money Don't Sleep podcast. Man, it's already September, October. It's already October. It's the end of September. It's about to be October. This year went by quick. I swear to God, this was the fastest year ever. And some of us progressed this year, and some of us regressed. You know, if you progress, shout out to you. That's good. That's good. I want to see everybody win. You know, for those of you that regress, don't trip. Don't trip, man. I've taken multiple L's. I took this loss this year, this specific loss for $35,000. You know what I'm saying? I won't go into detail. That's $35K I'm never going to see again. Ever. So, the only thing I could do from that is learn. Sometimes lessons are expensive. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're going to take expensive losses that turn out to be lessons. But look, man, I'm here to tell you, man, to a real hustler, a loss ain't shit. Because we've taken multiple losses to get to where we at right now. You feel me? Like me personally, I don't like to broadcast my losses. You know what I'm saying? Because haters get happy when they see shit like that. So yeah, I try not to broadcast that shit, you know? But anyhow, any which ways, you have to take L's. They say the word millions has a couple L's in it. Which is true. That's 2 L's. So they're mandatory. Feel me? Don't be scared though, man. Don't be scared to take L's. Don't be scared to take losses. Shit happens. You know what you can do though is learn. You feel me? Learn off those motherfucking losses. So understand, man, they're inevitable. That's how you say it, inevitable. They're gonna happen. You know, and you can't avoid it. I don't know not one person that succeeded in life without taking any losses. Not a single person. You know, but the key is not to be scared to take losses. Because if you're a real hustler mentally, you know you're gonna bounce back. I bounce back all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't broadcast my losses, but I always bounce back 100%. Excuse me, 113% around here, right? 113. Beautiful. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, like so far, I'm going to be honest. This podcast is not popping like I expected it to, but you want to know why? Because I'm not dwelling on negativity. I'm not on here talking about cheese mess and none of that shit. If I have 1,000 views, 2,000 views, 100 views, 200 views, I'm teaching you guys. You know, and today I'm teaching you guys that it's okay to take losses. Straight the fuck up. Man, you dumb if you think you just gonna, everything you do is gonna win. You being naive and ignorant if you think everything you do is gonna win. Shit. It's not. A real hustler expects losses, prepared for losses, anticipates losses. At the same time, a real hustler is excited for wins, is looking forward to wins. Feel me? So, yeah, the whole key is just getting out there, doing it. You feel me? Get out there and do it. And if you win, you win. And if you lose, you lose. But if you a hustler, you're going to do something else. A real hustler tries everything. Straight up. A real hustler tries everything. You know? Like, I'm about to start doing something else. Like, I've been thinking about investing in some, since, ICE has been shutting down a lot of, the Bison homies from working. You don't see them posted up at Home Depot no more. Right? That's what you hear at Home Depot. Straight crickets. Ain't nobody there no more. So what I thought about is like getting my own dump trucks, buying a couple of them, and posting them up at the Home Depots. Now that the Bison homies ain't around, I could capitalize on taking advantage and posting up. For example, let's say I go buy like 3 dump trailers. I don't know, at like 7K, 10K each, roughly. So let's say 25,000, right? Let's say I go spend 25,000. And let's say, talk a low number. I got 3 trailers which I rent out. And each one of them brings me $500 a week. That's 3. 3 times 500 is 1,500. You know what I'm saying? 1,500 a week. It's before, like, I don't know. I don't want to do the math right here. I say about 6 months, I'll get my bread back. And after 6 months, everything is profit. I'm just putting out the numbers out there in months, whatever. It could be sooner. It could be longer. It could be 6 months. You know what I'm saying? But let's just put those numbers into perspective. Motherfucking 1,500 a week times 4 weeks in a month. That's 6K. 6K. Oh shit, do the math. That's like 4 or 5 months tops. You're gonna get your money back off the $25,000 investment. But let's just say it don't happen like that. Let's just say fucking no one hires you or whatever the case may be, and it's slow money. Slow grind. So what? Slow grind is better than no grind. I hope you understand that shit, man. A lot of people want to make a fast buck, but don't understand that sometimes slow grind is better than no grind. I'd rather make $100 than make no money a day. If I'm, whatever the case is, if I'm used to making $1,000 a day, shit, I understand this shit. It ain't always like that. Like when I was out there, on the streets doing my street shit. Sometimes I make 1,000, sometimes I make 100, sometimes I make 2,000, sometimes I make 400. So what though? Slow grind is better than no grind. And understand, you have to take losses. Sometimes you want to take losses. You want to take losses because, it'll prepare yourself for more. It'll prepare yourself for, more challenges in the future. Motherfuckers have taken multiple losses. They're the best people to work with, man. Straight up. Straight the fuck up. You want to know why? Because they don't bitch and complain. And they want to get back to the money. They want to do whatever the fuck it takes to get money. You know what I'm saying? Why you think I got so many businesses? I want to be making money from multiple avenues. Feel me? So yeah, man. You know, one thing you guys have to understand, you have to eliminate fear. The fear of taking losses. Eliminate that shit. Be ready to take losses. Embrace losses. You know, before you jump into anything, mentally tell yourself, I'm gonna have to take a loss, maybe, but I'm gonna learn off that loss. And sometimes you make corrections, adapt to the situation at hand, and then make shit pop. You make shit happen. You know, for example, not all my businesses make money all the time. Straight up. Sometimes it be just like this. You know, but I don't let that shit discourage me. I don't let that shit fuck with me. Instead, I either do something else or I sit back and I evaluate where I went wrong or where I could correct shit. Feel me? A real one he's gonna learn, man. Some people be so egotistical. Excuse me. Some people be so egotistical that they don't want to take losses. But you have to take losses. Sometimes it's mandatory. Ain't no way you're gonna go through in life without taking losses. You think Elon Musk never took losses? I think he took a loss by buying motherfucking what's that shit? Twitter. Like who be on that shit nowadays? I don't know. Maybe a lot of people do. But myself, I'm too busy to do anything like to be on Twitter like that. You know what I'm saying? If anybody's willing to take over my social medias and run my social medias for me, tap in. Feel me? Tap in. Because sometimes I be too busy for that shit. I'm a one-man gang. One-man army. I do shit by myself. You know, and that's where, you know, and that's another thing too. Like, if you do shit by yourself and you take losses, you don't have nobody else to blame. You know, and another thing is you don't have to cover for the team. Like if your team is dependent on you to win, and you just happen to take a loss, if you ain't got a team, if you by yourself, ain't nobody suffering but you. Nobody's suffering but you. A lot of people like to bring people down with their. Feel me? Never drown yourself in helping a drowning person. Feel me? Yeah, but like I was saying, man, took losses. $35,000 loss this year. Am I bitching and complaining? No. Am I making adjustments? I took a loss today. Explains what happened today, man. I know everybody has fucking done this, right? So check it out. I was pumping gas today. And fucking I forgot to disconnect the pump from my car, right? So I took off with the fucking pump connected. And there was fucking cars everywhere, but fucking coincidentally, there's a fucking cop right there pulling someone over, right? Right there though at the exit of the gas station, right? So fuck, I can't get away. Cause the motherfucker, there's a lot of cars right there. So the worker comes out like, man, you gotta pay, blah, 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 blah. He was like, you gotta pay $100. Or I'm gonna tell the cop right there. I'm like, fuck. The cop's right there. This is across the street from right here, the office. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck, man, I don't wanna create a spectacle. So it's like $100 to fix this, blah 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 blah. I'm like, check it out, I got $40. $40. Take it or leave it. He's all like, oh, I'm gonna tell the cop right down my leg, man. I apologize. Whatever. Fucking here's your $40, man. And that's that. I'm sorry, I apologize. He was like, all right, cool, whatever. So anyways, I took a $40 loss. And first of all, it's across the street from my studio from right here. And I I don't want to drive over here. He sees my car and he knows where I'm at. Files a report, plus the cop is right there. I didn't want to make a big ass scene, so I just cashed him out or whatever. But that was a loss. you know. So, anyways, I was in a hurry. But we take losses. You know what I'm saying? Every day sometimes. So what I'm going to do to make up for that loss tomorrow, I'm going to promote my merchandise extra hard on my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to promote my shit hard. You know, because I feel like I got to recoup those punk ass little 4. That's just how I do. You know, whenever I take a loss, I try to find other ways to make a win, to make up for that loss. You know, that's what some of you got to do, man. You know, to help you cope with losses. Win somewhere else. That helps me out. Believe that shit. That helps me out. Straight up. Whenever I take a loss somewhere, I try to make up for it by winning elsewhere. You know, when that, like, for example, when the pressure washing business is slow, you know, I try to make up for it by grinding with the gaming trailer harder. When the gaming trailer's slow, you know, I'm out there passing out cards, flyers for my pressure washing business. When the dogs ain't selling, you know, I'm trying to sell merch. When the merch ain't selling, I'm trying to sell dogs. Feel me? Excuse me. But yeah, man. Taking losses is mandatory. How else are you going to build character? Feel me? I've been wanting to get a Rolex watch, you know, before I actually got it a few years ago. But I couldn't because business wasn't going properly. I was taking losses. That's another thing, man. When you taking losses, man, you got to discipline yourself. You can't be spending the money that you spend when you winning. You feel me? That's why a lot of these motherfuckers go broke, man. You know what I'm saying? Watch how much money you bringing in and watch how much you spending. You know, discipline yourself, man. If you taking losses and you not really winning, you feel me? Like, why would you keep spending like you winning? Nah, discipline yourself. When the money's slow, this is how I do it. I've had a good month, right? Had a good month making money. Excuse me. I'll spend the first couple of days of the next new month when my rent's due, you know, for the studio or whatever the case is. When I gotta pay my bills, I'll pay all my bills and then I'll go spend some money. It could be on materialistic shit. It could be on investments. But the rest of the month, I'm grinding. So I give myself a little window to spend. And that's the discipline. You know what I'm saying? Some of you spending every day. Like if you're winning every day, don't do that. Do not do that. Spend when you're winning. Or this is another phrase that I got. You know, save more than you spend. Save more than you spend. But yeah, man, expect losses, man. Expect losses. You know? Before I let you guys go, look, man, you gotta eliminate fear. Eliminate that shit. Don't be scared to take chances. That's the only way you're gonna win. You know, the word millions has a couple L's in it. Feel me? So yeah, man. Understand you're gonna take some losses here and there. You just gotta keep it moving, man. Learn from them. You know, be more strategic, calculate shit more often, and learn. Feel me? And it's just part of the process. And understand it's gonna build character if you're gonna keep pushing. Keep pushing at all times. Don't let nobody, no distractions, no obstacles come in the way. Fuck it. You're gonna take losses. Accept them and move on the same moment. Don't stay stagnant when you take losses. Understand that that's just gonna happen. So what you need to do is keep it pushing and make other shit happen. When something fails, figure out how you can make something else win. When you win in somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Take that money that you won and invest it in the business that's not winning. You feel me? That's how you know, sometimes it takes a little bit of exposure, which costs money, some promotion, some marketing. Take your money from the business that's winning and invest it into the marketing and fucking promo of the business that's not. You know, I took my gaming trailer money and boom, boom, boom. Invested into some flyers and cards and stickers for my pressure washing business and kept it moving. Feel me? I'm gonna go ahead and close this out, man. I'm gonna close this out and just understand, man. Losses is part of the process. All bosses take losses. You can't be a boss if you ain't took a loss. That being said, everybody have a blessed week. It's already about to be October. Keep grinding. Let's end this year off prosperly, successfully, beneficial. This money don't sleep.